You know, there are very many people who are saying that we are heading for another recession.
Yeah.
And it all seems to be very much doom and gloom on the property front for many of those who cannot, at this stage, access funding for home loans at the banks.
Yeah.
What sort of practical tips can we give to consumers out there who are navigating the property sector, whether it is buying, whether it is rentals? What sort of practical tips can we give the consumer out there?
I think very good question. I think the first thing is that consumers must educate themselves properly. But when we say educate, you know, people use that word, it's kind of almost become cliche, educate. Where do you go? And I think that's the most critical thing. Most people, unfortunately, are exposed to the daily media, and you know, and with respect to the daily media, we've got to say they've got a job to do. They, you know, got a newsworthy job. They've got to put out their message out there, but tends to be not good information that comes out there. So I think they need to find sources of information. And I mean, you can just start online and you can Google information, and you can start attending events. You can start reading books of people, and there's both South African authors, there's international authors in property. We're fortunate, we run a magazine, and that's exactly what we do, both online and also digital. We also do events and that kind of thing. So that's the starting point. It's getting that education level to understand, how does money work? How does a mortgage loan work? You know, how does the interest on that work? And once you start getting into the underbelly of that,
it's about equipping yourself with the correct information so that ultimately you can make the correct decisions.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's getting all those fundamentals. Once you understand the fundamentals of how a mortgage loan works, and also if you want to make an offer on a property, you know, you'd learn so much in terms of just that basic process. I think people are conditioned to go to an estate agent or to a financial planner. And if we start looking and, you know, those people and saying, well, you know, how is their property portfolio looking like and how is their wealth looking, you find on the underbelly they're pretty much in the business of sales. They're there to sell you a property, or they're there to sell you a financial product.
So it's basically taking control of your own finances and taking control of your own financial destiny then.
Absolutely. You couldn't have said it better. That is the fundamental, that's what it's all about. And people are scared of that. You know, in South Africa, it's kind of like, I don't know enough about that. It's almost like I don't want to tread there. I'm too scared. I don't understand. And once you start just digging a little bit deeper,
breaking through that fear.
Absolutely. You break that fear, all of a sudden you develop the confidence. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that have been really successful, and also a lot of people who've failed in the game. You can learn from that. You know, you can fast track that from people that have actually been through that. You don't have to learn that process over. You know, I always use the analogy of somebody, you know, I don't need to, you know, have cocaine to see what the after effects are. I can just see what after effects drugs have on people. So therefore, don't use it. And the same kind of thing applies to investing in property. You can see, if I make the wrong mistakes, see what wrong mistakes other people made, make sure I don't make those mistakes as well.
It's really about learning from others and equipping yourself with the correct information.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much, and we hope to have Neale Petersen back on Fin24 to give us some more valuable information on the property market.
Great. Thanks very much.